In the middle of the Pacific Ocean, thousands of miles from any continent, lies one of the world's most remote and mysterious places, a tiny island covered with giant stone faces. This is Easter Island, or as the locals call it, Rapa Nui. For centuries, these towering statues, the Moai, have baffled explorers, scientists, and storytellers. Who built them? Why were they made? And how could an isolated island society move such massive stones without modern technology? Today, we uncover the mystery of the statues on Easter Island. Around the year 1200, Polynesian voyagers, the greatest navigators of the ancient world, arrived here after sailing thousands of miles across open ocean. They discovered a volcanic island, lush with forests and fertile land. Here they built a thriving society. They farmed, they fished, and they began one of the most ambitious cultural projects in human history, carving the Moai. Over the next centuries, the Rapa Nui carved nearly 1,000 of these statues. Some stood just a few feet tall. Others were colossal, over 30 feet high, weighing more than 80 tons. But the Moai weren't just art. They represented the spirits of powerful ancestors, guardians who would watch over villages and bring prosperity. Each statue stood on a stone platform called an ahu, usually facing inland, watching over the people they were meant to protect. Carving the Moai was only half the challenge. The true mystery was moving them. How could a small island community transport such massive stones across rugged terrain without wheels, metal, or draft animals? For centuries, theories abounded. Some believed they were rolled on logs. Others suggested they were dragged on sledges. Some even claimed aliens had a hand in it. But modern experiments revealed something astonishing. The Moai may have been walked. By tying ropes around a statue and pulling alternately from each side, teams could rock the statue forward, step by step. It's slow, but it works. An island oral tradition supports this. Many Rapa Nui say their ancestors told them the statues walked into place. For centuries, the Moai stood tall across the island. But by the time Europeans arrived in 1722, many had fallen. What happened? Easter Island was once covered in forests. But trees were cut down for firewood, farming, and perhaps even for statue transport. Eventually, the island's resources dwindled. As food became scarce, rival clans fought. In these conflicts, many Moai were deliberately toppled, symbols of power brought crashing down. For years, people believed Easter Island was a tragic story of self-destruction, an isolated people destroying their environment and collapsing. But recent discoveries tell a different story. The Rapa Nui didn't simply collapse. They adapted. They created ingenious stone gardens that protected soil, conserved moisture, and allowed crops to grow even in poor conditions. The real devastation came later, from European contact. Slave raids, disease, and colonization nearly wiped out the population. Today, the Moai stand not only as archaeological wonders but as symbols of resilience. Archaeologists are still making discoveries, like the fact that many Moai, once thought to be only heads, actually have buried torsos hidden beneath centuries of soil. The true mystery of the statues is not how they got here. It's the story of the people who carved them. Against isolation, against hardship, they created giants to keep their ancestors alive forever. The statues of Easter Island remain one of humanity's greatest mysteries and greatest achievements. Not the work of aliens or lost civilizations, but of real people who left behind monuments to their spirit, their struggle, and their survival.